on my screen, fortunes just behind the scene. Pulsechain calling out my name, every trade just like a game. Stakes are hard, time slips away, can't afford to wait till day. Trading Wupiupi up and down, red to green, around and round. Numbers dancing on the chart, break your records, falling apart, falling apart. Coffee cold beside my chair, market movements in the air. Buy the dip and watch it rise, morning sun burns my eyes. Other traders fast asleep, while I've got these charts to keep, riding waves of loss and gain. Digital fortune calls my name. Trading Wupiupi up and down, red to green, around and round. Numbers dancing on the chart, break your records, falling apart, falling apart. Quick decision, swift precision, heart racing with each trade. No hesitation, pure elation when the profits are made. Dancing on the chart, breaking records, falling apart, falling apart.
The first time I ever rode a train, I was 11 years old. I was with my brother, who was 14. Between running from train car to train car, telling lies to strangers, and smoking my first cigarette, I was wickedly excited, and these memories have been forever burned into my soul.
Well, I can't go back, I've said too much. No train is gonna save me from my luck. I can't go east, I can't go west. There's nowhere I can go without my past. Every time I think I'd settle down, something goes wrong. It sounds like this, I really need one place to call home. No mercy for the broken heart, the scars what make it strong. I'm running out of places to roam. I'm running out of places to roam.
Well, I bet in the corner. Doubling down on it. So you only get one card. Yep.
Whenever I find a dime on a train, I just think I see heads up. Get the head up.
Oh, pretty wasted.
I was taught to, jump on a train. Throw a lantern. It's weird.
Oh my gosh, babies and gentlemen, welcome to the INDIKIN X Wupiupi Wednesday show. The death of the film industry, the death of crypto industry. The birth of dreams. And we are live, babies and gentlemen. We are live right now in the LeftHouse Theater. Let me show you what's going on. Actually, I need to go in there. Let's go on in there. I'll show you what's going on. If you want to join us, you can come on over to the LeftHouse INDIKIN Theater that is hosted in Upland and /nowhere. So there's a couple ways you can enter in. If you're an Upland metaverser, you can go in through 470 Peninsula Avenue in San Francisco. That is the metaverse version. Or you can go in through the link in the YouTube description. I think I put it on the X. We are live right now from the INDIKIN X page, the INDIKIN YouTube page, the LeftHouse Crypto Arts YouTube page, the LeftHouse Record X page, and the theater. So there's multiple ways that you can watch the show today, that you can join us. And we're going to get into it as soon as I can get into the goddamn theater. We'll get into it. All right. It's loading up here. It's, it takes time. I'm sure I'm going to have to mute something or whatever you got to do. Anyway, my name is Mr. DJ, or DJ Mr. Lefty, or Mr. Lefty, or Lefty, or LeftHouse, or Brian McGuire, whatever you want to call me. When I DJ, I go by DJ Mr. Lefty. All right, so we're entering in the space here. Bam, I'm in. Let me mute my mic so it doesn't get all weird. We are inside the theater now. Check it out. There it is. All sorts of things on the walls, clickable, little movies, shorts, trailers, links to the different filmmakers that are in the INDIKIN cohort here in the lobby. And then run into the theater here to see everything happening on the big screen. There it is. We're here watching the show. You can take a seat in one of the seats. Of course, there's other movies and stuff that you can click on and watch. You can run behind the screens at the LeftHouse Indie Theater. And there's a couple of hallways that'll take you to the back room here. The Rabbit Hole room. If you haven't watched Rabbit Hole yet, this is the good day to do it. It is free on Tubi. It is free on YouTube. You can watch it right here in the back room. It's right here on the wall, right there. Of course, let me go back up to the front here and show you what's coming soon here from the INDIKIN crew. Where is it? There it is. Let me jump some chairs. All right, there it is. Look at that. Look at this in all its glory. The Degen Daco, the Degen generation from our own very own Tom Peter Gillespie, that he is working extremely hard on. If you haven't seen the hexagons and the value time of money, you can watch it. It's right here on the screen, right there. Bam, look at it right there, right there. You can click on it and watch it. Or you can get to the Fakefluencer, which is one of his other projects. God, these chairs are just in my way. Right here, Fakefluencer. You click on this poster. Whoops. Click on this poster. Information pops up. Bam, 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 bam. Click on the link. It takes you to, the channel, the Fakefluencer YouTube channel where all the episodes are. Or whatever, all the clips, all the stuff. The movie, everything he's got there is there for you to see. And then, of course, the most insane movie that is on the wall over here, Samples of Society. This movie will blow your mind by Hal Samples. I mean, Jesus, Bo Jesus, such a good one. All right, so I'm just going to come over here and stand on the stage like a creep and just watch the screen here. But while we're doing that, let's move the show along here. Let's start the show. Okay, first of all, let's go over to the INDIKIN website. We'll start there. INDIKIN, your true creator economy. That was okay. That's, we're going to talk about all this madness. Since we've started INDIKIN, I've been getting many friends of mine sending me articles, sending me things, telling me this studio's closing down. Nobody showed up to the film festival at South by Southwest. There was no booths. There's this film thing is merging with this film. It's all collapsing. Nobody's watching movies. They fucked it all up. Like that's all going on. And then we've got the same story kind of going on in crypto right now. Like, it's over. It's falling apart. Trump's tariffs, the fucking business cycle, all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like there's a million narratives and reasons, rhymes and whys, and the same thing with film, same thing with crypto. But we'll get into it all. Let's just look at what the hell INDIKIN is here first, real quick. All right, so INDIKIN, the filmmaker token index. There's an INDIKIN token. The ticker is INDIKIN. Hold on, go let the dog out. Open the door for him. You guys chill out. I just go let the dog out. All right, dog's going outside. I know it's a professional show, but all right. So, there's an INDIKIN token. Then there's this cohort of filmmakers. And if you're a creator, especially if you're on Pulsechain already, it's easy for you to understand all the analytics of it all. But it's not really that difficult. It's very, very simple. So there's the INDIKIN token. Each one of us filmmakers have a token. And then they start to bond and pool together. And there's a tax token. INDIKIN has a tax token. There's a 1% tax. Every buy and sell, all the holders participate in earning that 1% tax token of the PLSX token. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog, but he's scratching right now on a pillow. So all the holders if you're holding INDIKIN, you're receiving PLSX. I mean, that's pretty sick. On the other side of it, we are onboarding people to Pulsechain. That's what we're doing. We're bringing creatives, filmmakers, onto the chain. We've got a couple that we're talking to that are, they know a little bit about crypto. But then there's some that we're talking to that are in Pulsechain, and we're bringing more on. There's 5 of us now. We're already talking to a few other ones. Man, boy, oh boy, as INDIKIN has some insane plans in the works because of the film industry's death. When they all been falling apart, we actually have the answer. We actually know what we're doing and how this plays forward. And it's interesting, like I was saying, all these people keep sending me these things about things falling down, but there's also a lot of similar minded projects that are popping up out there to INDIKIN, but not so much. Not all of them are crypto Web3 intertwined. Meet the INDIKIN filmmakers. Here's the founding fathers here: Hal Iamesh, myself, Brian Gorge, Pucas, McGuire, Wupiupi, LeftHouse. And I got 90 other names. We got Georgia, Lola Hart. We got Jonas, Dr. Teed, and of course we got our Tom Peter Gillespie, the boss of the applesauce. We are streaming our films right now. Some of our films are streaming right now on RADTV. That's where we just watched the trailer from. Here, let's go back to that page here. So RADTV is on the base chain. So if you want to, jump in and watch some of our films over there, and you're holding some of that base token, you can get in and see. Next, Scam Likely's calling me. Let's get rid of him. All right. So yeah, here we go. The rabbit hole's on here. I mean, it's available for free, but if you want to support, you can do that by purchasing it by base. You can go to Amazon and purchase it there too. I keep directing people to Tubi and YouTube though, or into the theater to watch it. Oh, this documentary is sick, bro. The Pulse of Consensus 2024. When myself and Richard Hart's only brother, Shane Schuler, we overtook Austin and the Consensus Film Festival, and we interviewed everybody. Shit, we even talked to Vitalik. He's in the movie. Check it out. So yeah, come over here, check it out. You can get to it right here from the. Oh, my mouse just took a poop. Don't be pooping out right in the middle of a show, dude. From right here, from this button here on the indikin.com website. Let's keep going. Filmmaker tokens. I mentioned this to you. Here's the different tickers on these tokens. Your G'day, your Teed, your Lola, your Whoopi, your Hal. Hey, join the events at the LeftHouse INDIKIN Theater. We just talked about that. Here's all the information, how you get into the theater right here. Man, this looks better. I got to steal this and put this on the LeftHouse website page. All right, and then enter the ecosystem right here. There's different ways, read all this stuff, then you'll get an idea, more of an idea of what's going on here. If you are a lover of, creativity and watching fucking amazing movies and stuff like that, this is for you. If you are a creative person, if you like making projects, you like making movies and stuff, this is for you. If you like speculating on the future, none of this financial advice, but I think what we're doing here is going to revolutionize the future. Of funding, of distribution, of the whole freaking caboodle. And I'm saying this as a fucking dude that's been in the film industry for 30 years. And I've been making independent films the whole damn time. So, yeah, take a look at indikin.com. It's a treat, that website. Or if you want to get a little bit more psychedelic, you can come over to the LeftHouse.art website. This is my personal website. This hosts most of the projects. Whatever I'm usually focused on or working on, what's ever important to me is here. So my films, my music, my crypto shits, my arts, all that stuff is here. If you're a Wupiupi holder, click on this button here. It takes you to a secret access page where you can watch secret LeftHouse films as well. I've got a button that takes you to the theater right here too. This will take you to the INDIKIN website. This will give you some Wupiupi information, then right down here you got Life on a Train. I just showed you the trailer for that. It's a film that I made, documentary about train travel. I've written a narrative called Life on a Train. It's one of the first screenplays I wrote. I've traveled the U.S. by train a gazillion times, and every time I have done it, it's a magical adventure. Something crazy happens when I get on the train. So I, whittled that into a movie, a screenplay to shoot it as a movie. But I said, shit, I should go get back on the trains because it had been a while, and I'll make a documentary, see if I can capture the spirit of it. Maybe this documentary will help me make the feature. So check it out. It's a fun ride. Lots of crazy people and stuff on there. And down here on the main page, this is a DJ set, the DJMrLEFTY, the rematch. It's the time when I fought Mike Tyson digitally in a chess techno match. And, lots of visual backgrounds galore. It's about an hour long of just solid original music created by myself, Mr. DJMrLEFTY. I made a living as a techno DJ for about 10 years of my life before I started writing and directing films. So it's nice to be back in the saddle again, making music. And I've got a performance coming up at Lightning in a Bottle, which is at the end of May. It's a giant music festival out here in California. I'm very excited to play that festival. More details on that coming. Wupiupi is an INDIKIN official token, which is on Pulsechain, the only chain in the goddamn fucking crypto game that actually matters to me. If you ask me, somebody who's been in the space since 2017 and seen the ups and downs, the news, the olds, the whole fucking rolls, all of it. I've been here pretty focused. I don't really take my eyes off it too often. Unless I'm like in production on a movie or, something like creativity will take me away from the tokens. Happily, I'll take that option every time. But when there's time, I'm staring at all the charts and the news and the conversations and the spaces. And I love it all. And I absolutely think that what Pulsechain has to offer is the best. I know it's gone through a lot of FUD and blah, blah, blah. Nobody likes Richard Harden, blah, 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 whatever. To me, it's a winner. It's a goddamn winner. It's a winner to the INDIKIN team in the sense that, we chose it for not because it's easy, because it's hard. And we'll get into that a little later too. You can all find the episodes. I usually update and put the most recent episode of the Wupiupi Wednesdays right here. Let me put the dog on the old Betty bye. There you are, bud. So yeah, I usually throw the episodes up here. Of course, you just find them on the Left House YouTube page. This one will be on the Indikin YouTube page. Chicka. All the information you need to know or how you want to get into it. Oh, I need to take fucking Rabby off this board. I got to update that. Unless they want to come back and, you know, whatever. I like the idea of the Richard Hart wallet. I know he tweeted the other day about what would you like in a wallet, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully that means that we're moving towards a Pulsechain wallet. That'd be sick, bro. Coin Wars. There's good little shorts from Gorge Pucus, the creator of Wupiupi. There's one of them right there flying around in the background. Sounds off right now. I can turn it on for a second.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Little nip. All right.
Jeepers, what is it, Augie Ben Doggy? Did you feel a great disturbance in the force? As if millions of voices cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced?
No, just a little headache.
That's art, baby. That is some art. Left House film page, you know, you can get to the rabbit hole. We've got, you know, I'm in post-production. I'm getting very, very close to finishing what is probably the greatest film, the greatest piece of art that I've made in the history of my life, Elizabeth and Mexican Boy. I'm telling you, this is a raw, honest, touching, hilarious movie. Pulse Consensus, there it is. Lemon Train. So, yeah, all the movies are featured here. You can tab up and get directly to their pages here, you know, and get a little bit more information about the films and what they've done and where they are and blah blah da 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 ba ba da da da. And we got the Left music page. There's the rematch. Some other sets that I've done that are I'm proud of, happy with, whatever. Then, you know, there's the DJMrLEFTY page. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Forgot I put its own tab here. Take your sweet ass time loading up. That's some of the information. My SoundCloud, you can get there. Go follow me on SoundCloud. Go follow me on there. Go follow me over here. And that's all we need to do and look at there for the websites. Let's just move on over into the Wupiupi chart. This is Wupiupi. Wupiupi PLS chart here. It looks great. I don't know shit. I'm you know, it's interesting. I'm learning how the system works and everything, but it's really fun to watch everything go. I'll pull up the Indikin list. This Indikin list is a little bit, I know it's probably missing certain things for sure, because you know, we had to redo our token. We didn't have to redo our token, but I thought as a collective, as an Indikin, as the family came together, once the whole PDI story popped off, because PDI was our original tax token, and then, you know, that whole story popped off, and, you know, it kind of divided the team a little bit, not like in a negative way, but just in the way that we viewed what was going on and all this stuff. But ultimately, like with the, you know, it's like some of us wanted to stay with PDI, some of us wanted to change, which would mean kind of like we need to launch a new token and all this stuff, which it's early enough in our days that we thought that would probably be the best thing, because like we changed our token to PLSX, one of the core tokens, and like ultimately the decision was like, look, we're here to frickin' make movies. We're here to fund movies. We're here to revolutionize the future of the film industry by way of Pulsechain, by way of Web3, by way of the tools that the chain offers us. And obviously, we're not just, we're open to the idea of doing things on other chains. Obviously, we've got stuff set up with RAD, which is on Base. They have other chains they're set up on. You know, maybe they end up coming over to Pulsechain. Maybe that's been talked about. Maybe it hasn't been. I don't know. Maybe Indikin has some plans for some sort of distribution outlet, something or other that's in the works or coming. And maybe, I don't know, maybe some things have been said, maybe some things have not. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to be saying some of this stuff. Maybe I'm not. I don't know, you know. But ultimately, you know, we're here to make film. And so with all of the conversation going around about the PDI thing, we're like, let's just take ourselves out of that conversation, because there are people that hate it. There are people that love it, blah, blah, blah. We don't want that to influence what we're doing. Let's just go make a new token. Have it tax the tax token be one of the core coins. I've always been a PLSX fan. So yes. But that being said, I also believe, I'm one of the guys that believes that PDI is fine. I believe that it's going to have a beautiful future when it's pegged to $1. I don't think that's a problem. But, you know, I know that other people do. I know like there's money. I get it. I've been studying some Shaolin from the Shaolin monks, and there's a perspective that nobody's wrong. And there's some truth to that from a certain perspective. And then there's some, it just depends on the perspective that you take it. But like, if you think about it from wherever you are and whatever you built up and whatever you're saying, no matter if it's false to the rest of the world, it is real for you. So that you got to take that realness for that person and sort of, you know, like give them a little bit of like, well, that they think it's real, and so therefore it is real for them. And, you know, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's a little nuts. All right. Oh, what are you doing, dog? You want to go on the bed or no? I'm in the middle of a show here. You want to put you on the bed? No? Okay. All right. So anyway, that's just some, you know, you're getting philosophical about that sort of thing. Okay. I wanted to go look at Wupiupi INDIKIN right here. All right, so yeah, the Wupiupi INDIKIN pool is only made just like, what, 5 days ago, 5, 6, 7 days ago. So, you know, that's just, oh my fucking, this goddamn dog. No, you're done. You're on the floor. I'm not helping you. I'm back on the bed. He's messing with me right now. I got to finish the show before we go out. All right, buddy? All right, so there it is here. That's the 4 hour. Wait, let's see, this is the days. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 5 days. Whew. Check it out. That's all I'm saying. No, this is financial advice. You got to know that. All right, we're not here to talk about this shit. I just had to do the, you know, the due diligence of who the hell, the what, the whys of the INDIKIN Whoopies or whatever. But we're here to talk about the disasters of the world and how it's just falling apart on every level, everywhere we go. All right, let's start. This is what I've done. I've pulled up a couple of tabs here, and I've just done very generic Google search here. A very generic Google search. So the first one is, and I haven't read any. I just did the Google search, and let's just see. 24 hours. Film industry news. The news tab. Went into tools, put it on 24 hours. So it's the, you know, the articles that have come out in the last 24 hours. And let's just see what the titles are. All right, the first one. I want to change the film industry. All right. Caso Continelli, an 18-year-old citizen of the Confederate tribes of Grand Road, plans to pursue a career in acting and help create a world in which ... All right, maybe we'll read that one, maybe we won't. It's from ICT News, never heard of it. I don't really read that much. KCWT, their headline is Film Industry Leaders on the Future of LA. Film industry leaders say the future of Los Angeles looks grim if the city keeps its trend of declining productions. Bum, bum, bum. CBS News says the big screen of the streaming screen. What? Oh, the big screen or the streaming screen. Which outlet offers more to the Pittsburgh film industry? Okay. Since the pandemic, streaming has soared while movie theaters have continued to wane. But what does that mean for the Pittsburgh film office? Okay. All right. You're seeing a theme here. The Cinema Foundation presents first ever sneak peek showcase, blah, blah, blah. You may hate theme parks, but they are keeping the film industry alive. That's coming from MSN. Screen Daily 2025 Film Festivals. Okay, that's just a calendar update thing. We got the lost art of the intermission and why the film industry needs to bring it back. Interesting. Last month, Bradley Cooper's The Brutalist was one of the most discussed films at the Oscars with its award-winning cinematography score. And okay, all right, maybe it's a long film, and they're like, no, the film's too long. You need to put it in there. I don't know what the article is about. All right, 52-hour film festival coming, blah, 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 to the Avon Theater. Clemson Film Club hosts 4th annual film. All right. Monkey Talks, London film industry expects more action with low Canadian dollar. Money Talks. Okay. Go to page 2 real quick. Money Talks. The U.S.-China trade war comes to Hollywood. China's regulatory restrictions on foreign films will hurt the U.S. film industry. The struggling movie industry in Pittsburgh. They're really worried about the movie industry in Pittsburgh. I don't think I've ever had a conversation. No offense to anybody in Pittsburgh making movies. But you know what I'm saying? You don't think of Pittsburgh when you think of movies. You think of like, well, either Los Angeles or you think of like New York or, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, it's like what that one article is saying. It's like, yeah, like not a lot of productions are made in Hollywood or in California because it's so goddamn expensive. They're so damn greedy that they've basically, pushed everybody outside. And all these other states and all these other places, they come up with these insane tax incentives, like huge tax returns for you to come bring your production to New Mexico. It was, 20 years ago. Then it was, Kansas or, Atlanta. There's Kansas, there's Massachusetts, all these places. And like some of them are like, get 70% back on your budget, or whatever, 50%, 40% back, hire local people, get this 40% tax credit. And like, Suave producer, investor people were like going out and raising money off of that 40% tax return, saying we've already got 40% of the budget. We just need the collateral portion of it and you'll get that portion back, blah, blah, blah. So there was ways to play it. So, yeah, it's true. They have all the equipment here. They got the studios, which some of the studios are closing down. You guys, okay, let's read another title. The struggling movie industry. Okay. You guys are the best love story of mine, says Sundeep Kishan, the fans of compelling 15 years in the film. Okay, whatever. LA experienced a decline in on-site Hollywood productions. Film and high-end TV productions shooting in the UK, Ireland. Latest updates, China embraces global film diversity. Yeah, Bollywood films in the UK. Growth of film industry in Illinois. Illinois takes center stage in film industry. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. Governor Pritzker is celebrating the state's commitment to the film industry. I'm guarantee you they've just like did some sort of tax incentive thing to drive the industry to their city, which Los Angeles is just dumb. They are so just crap tardo in the brain skillets. And I thought when I was a younger guy coming up, I'm like looking at these old fucks like running the shit, and I'm like, all right, yeah, they're old. I mean, they come from the old system or whatever. But once some of these younger guys come up or whatever, but then no, these younger guys just turn into prick dumb fucks as well too. They just don't have no. They just get corrupted by the money. Just like if it's like politics. If you know somebody's name in politics, they suck the devil's penis at one point. Probably they did something to cross the line at some point. All right, so I don't think we need to read anything. We do see, weaning. It's kind of exactly what I was saying before we even saw the titles. Let's go to the crypto 24-hour headlines here and see what we're seeing. Okay, you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Hell's bells. All right. Here's what happened today in crypto. Okay, today in crypto, new blah, 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 blah. Coinbase paints a grim picture. All right, crypto in the bear market. Rebound likely in Q3, says Coinbase. Bitcoin trades around $84,000 as crypto stocks slip. China debates how to handle criminal crypto cache. Institutions derive Bitcoin dominance. 2025 crypto market analyst. Why Coinbase research says bear markets got crypto in its claws. Solana, Cardano, and Avalanche lead crypto market losses with 5% dip. Here's one crypto sector quietly growing, going parabolic despite frustrating bear market, according to Bitwise. Hold on. Time out. Let me go over to the Bitcoin chart real quick. Let me go to the monthly here. I know my chart's a little ridiculous. You gotta understand all this scribble here is chaos magic that is happening here. And okay, I got it too stretched big here. It's hard to see where the candles through the chaos magic, but there is a lot going on there that I've explained in previous shows. Go back to it. It takes a minute for me to explain, but it is brilliant when you find it out. All right, so this let me take some of this crap off. I don't use the trading view as much as that. Got it. All right. No, stop all this. All right. Let's clean this up a little bit. Can I take all right, there we go. Jesus. We're on the monthly candles right now. This is Bitcoin on Coinbase here. Coinbase is calling for the Grim Reaper in the crypto. This is on the monthly here. Do you see a bear market in play? Do we see a bear market? I see trees of green. I mean, I can't say that's a bear market yet. Nowhere near it. That looks pretty sick to me. That looks like a nice setup right there to me. I don't know. But then, like, again, none of this financial advice. I'm just confused, like what we're reading here. What it is that we're reading here. Crypto industry news. Yeah. So it just doesn't, I just see things differently, I guess. I don't know. I just can't call it a bear market. All these people want to call it a bear market. It's maybe been more of like a sideways market for a little while. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. President Donald Trump's second term net positive for crypto industry, says Clean Spark CEO. All right, so let's just do one more thing. I got one more tab here that's blockchain news. Blockchain news, last 24 hours, just to see if it gives us anything different. What happened today in crypto? UFC boss Dana White becomes VeChain advisor to push blockchain main freaking stream. We got Dana White on the VeChain team? Pushing VeChain mainstream VeChain? Damn, a third of a penny. That's pretty good. You got, Donald White. Donald White, Dana Trump, pretty much interchangeable. You could probably twist their heads off and put them on each other's bodies, and they could do a magical things. But, whatever. Like, Dana White is the Donald Trump of fight promotion. And let's see if he can whittle his magic in the old crypto game. Good for you guys over there at the VeChain. Congrats. Getting the boss, Dana White. BTSC Inc. integrates Bitcoin into ChainQ. It's AI-powered blockchain analytics platform. The protocol, Navita, to manufacture AI supercomputers in U.S. New opportunities for crypto miners. Oh, wow. Oh, AI miners. What the fuck? Dana White joins VeChain. We talked about that. Revolutionary AI plans to complete Bitcoin blockchain. Oh, yeah, we just read that one. Yada, yada, yada. Prediction. This will be the best crypto because blah, blah, blah. Pose market, cryptocurrency trading strategies, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. All right, not seeing anything too cohesive in the message going across there. I did do a 24-hour news search for Pulsechain, and nothing came up except for one story, and that just makes me fucking sad. Only one goddamn news story popping up in the last... Oh, actually, wait a minute. I don't even think it's 24 hours. I think it was a week. I said there was nothing for... Yeah, so I think that's what happened. But this one came up here. Did I share this one? Said, yeah, okay. All right, this one came up. Pulsechain price predictions 2025. What smart crypto investors are watching right now? Pulsechain isn't some fucking stupid meme token. It's a full-blown layer one play with real tokenomics, a cult-like community, and DeFi infrastructure growing, quietly growing under the radar. If you're looking at PLS in 2025, you're not window shopping, baby. Hell no. You're eyeing your next high conviction bet. Let's break down what serious investors are tracking right now and where this, yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that, but it's nice to see a positive our article out there on it all. So, okay, I wanted to ask Grok a couple of questions, maybe what he thought, or they thought about the film industry as well. Because here's my take on it. It's very similar to crypto in a way, like in the idea that, like, you know, everybody's painting this bear picture or whatever. Like, we just read all these titles or whatever. It's, you know, it's like what is the saying or whatever, that the price moves first and then the narratives come after that, right? So it's the same thing what we're seeing, right? It's like, oh, it's bear, so we're in a bear because it's gone down and I haven't made money or whatever. But it's like, no, that's one perspective. The other one is like, well, we haven't fallen below this thing or whatever, but so that's another perspective. See, now we're getting back to the challenge trading. They're both right. Both those perspectives are right. So, you know, it's kind of like the same thing. They're like you could go back. I was reading a book in the 90s about John Cassavetes, who's a filmmaker. Very innovative, revolutionary filmmaker from, like, you know, the 60s, 70s. Amazing actor, and he just wanted to make, like, he was trying to tell like stories about humans and get to the truth. But he did amazing stuff. Like when he's making these movies, he just let different people on the set shoot the shots, and, like, you know, like a lot of experimentation happened. But you know, if you haven't seen any of his films, look him up. It'll blow you away. But I was reading his book, and he was married to an actress named Jenna Rollins, who I believe passed away last year. I think it was, or last couple of years. R.I.P. She was alleged too. Amazing. So I was reading this book, and he, you know, was pretty much kind of like indie filmmaker minded, and was making these indie films back in the day. But, you know, he was getting cast to be on that show, like some show, what was it, Columbo or something, you know, like he could go and do TV, but he hated it. He hated the TV. He just thought the scripts were terrible, just like bull poopy, you know, the way that they would, like, sort of paint the family life at that time, all fake and bull crap, when, you know, these, in reality, the guys are beating their wives and, you know, alcoholics, and then on TV everybody's like, oh, Leave It to Beaver and all nice and stuff. But so he wanted to show the reality of human nature at the time, and so that's where's the movies that he was making. But so you know, and people like the art community, the film world, like not like the mainstream world, but the fucking people that love film, like they were getting it. They were loving his stuff, you know. Like he blew up in London and England before the States here. But, like, he was complaining about the same shit in the 60s, 70s, 80s that I was complaining about in the 90s, that other filmmakers I knew was complaining about in the 90s, the 2000s. It's like, it doesn't, I mean, the narratives change. but the fucking business still keeps going. Like the tools change, the way things like are presented change. It's just we're at a different phase right now, and it feels like, oh, you can paint this narrative that the film industry is over. It might be over or it's been on its way out. Like the theater systems have been on its way out, at least at this point. I think maybe at some point there might be a full resurgence. People might understand like that the shared experience of watching a movie with strangers, it has an effect on the movie experience, on watching the movie. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's like you need to see it on the big screen. Sometimes when that person's next to you jumps that you don't know, it makes you jump or whatnot, you know. Or when you fart and the gangster dude at the other side of it goes, man, what the hell? And you get a little scared. That happened to me once. You know, there's just like, I touched my first boob at the movie theater, you know. I think I touched my first vagina at another movie, like at a different movie. But it was like, oh yeah, both movie theaters. Like it was the Naked Gun where I touched my first boob, and then it was Mannequin 2 with Meshach Taylor where I touched my first vagina. So that was cool. But anyway, so like, you know, it's just, you can't do that if you don't have a movie theater, is what I'm saying. You know, like there's like special memories, there's things that happen in movie theaters, but like there's, viewings, drive-in movie theaters are incredible. My mother took me to see Star Wars 27 times as a child. Most of them at the drive-in because she liked to, and we loved the movie, so you know she could, and we would be like, so pretty sick. So anyway, yes, things change, yes, you know, but it doesn't. It's just like crypto. It's like things change, but they don't, kind of thing. And now, same thing with you know, here we are with Bitcoin and the government and Donald Trump crypto president and like all like this regulation conversation and this, that, and non-regulation and throwing the SAC in the garbage and whatever. All this, getting rid of the FBI crime crypto unit. All these different things. It makes it feel like, the cypherpunks aren't in Bitcoin anymore because like the government's in it now or whatever. Like, you know, I've been starting to hear like people say, multiple different like streams are talking about that, about like they're not here anymore. Personal people have said it to me like in chats and stuff like that. Somi, I heard Somi say it too. It's been saying it. So like, you know, it's like these things start to pop up. People start saying stuff. And it's like, I kind of equate that like Bitcoin and the government thing is so almost like the theater going away, almost. It's like Bitcoin getting to that stage of like, oh, we're in a deficit and trade thing, whatever. Because, you know, the reality in the original concept behind Bitcoin was, in my mind at least, was like anti-government, anti-third party, anti-fucking wanting, like, oh my God, the crypto president. Like, why would you be excited? But I mean, I get it. You know, there's pros and cons, though. There's pros and cons. You think maybe, you know, it looks all good now, but at some point, I feel like they're just going to fucking steal all, like, they're going to get us all out of USD, get us all into crypto, and then rug all the crypto away. And then you won't be able to go back to USD. And then they'll go, here's your CBDCs. Here's your central bank digital currency. And this is all that you get now. I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's cool, not cool. Both people are right. Both perspectives are right. I get it. I understand it. Both sides of the token are right. I get it. See how I said that? Both sides of the token, not the coin. Anyway, so let's just fucking, how long have we been yammering here? Because I can, boy, can I yammer. Wait, your browser lost your connection to your screen share audio. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. As long as you guys can hear me. Am I in play? Let's do a quick check right here. I'm just going to pull it up. Do a quick, because if I've been yammering this long, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay, good. We're live. We're live and in charge. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So Grok, how long have we been going? Okay, it's almost been an hour, 50 minutes. All right, so let's just ask Grok a couple questions here. See what Grok has to say. Grok, how you doing, buddy? Is the film industry actually dying? Let's see what Grok says here. Aha! See, the film industry isn't dying, but it's definitely transforming. Box office numbers tell part of some theater owners and studios are struggling. 2023 global box office revenues was about $9 billion, down from $11.4 billion in 2019 pre-COVID. Small theaters are closing, and some studios are cutting back on theatrical releases, favoring streaming. Big budget flops and audience fatigue with sequels don't help. On the flip side, streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon are pumping billions into original content. Netflix alone spent $17 billion on programming in 2023. Indie films are finding audiences through digital platforms, and global markets, especially Asia, are growing. Cinemas are pivoting to luxury experiences and event screenings to lure crowds. It's not death, it's evolution. People still crave stories, just not always in theaters. Adapt or fade, yo. Word bird to the max. So that's kind of like what I think that sums up what I was just kind of saying. It ain't dead. They're going to pitch narratives. People are going to pitch narratives to try to, squeeze a dollar this way or that way. They're going to try to serve you dinners at the movie theaters and stuff, which is fun. I love, there's the Alamo Draft House in Austin. It's out here in Cali. It's some, I'm sure most towns have these now where you go and you can get drunk and eat food and watch your movie. It's fun. I like it. So that's cool. All right. So let's ask it. Is the crypto industry dying? No, though a lot of posts, a lot of web things. The crypto industry isn't dying, you fool, but it's navigating a turbulent phase, much like a film industry is evolving rather than collapsing. Here's coincidence breakdown based on available data and sentiment. Market resilience. Despite volatility, the crypto market hit 1.3 trillion in July 2023 and has flirted with 2021 highs. Bitcoin down 40% from 21 peak, blah, blah, blah. Still dominates 40% market share and blah, blah, blah. Adoption grow. And institutional investments for films like BlackRock, market traded, blah, blah, blah. Adoption growth. Over 420 million users worldwide in 2023. Why are we talking 2023, dude? It's 2025. Bro, it's 2025. Can you update? Did I call him bro? I think I did. I called Grok bro. The crypto market cap is hovering around 2.66 trillion, close it to its 2021 peak despite the 4.0. Okay, so it just kind of updated something. Adoption shared crypto ownership in the U.S. is at 28%, 65 million adults, near double 2021 levels. Stablecoins are exploding with a 200 billion market cap in Q1 2025, outpacing Bitcoin's growth and a daily sentiment volumes projects to hit 300 billion by the end of the year. So that's another 100 billion, you guys. Institutional players like BlackRock and Galaxy Digital and doubling down with Bitcoin ETFs and tokenized securities gaining tractions. Innovation hotspots, decentralized finance, DeFi is projected to hit 200 billion in total value locked by year end. Fueled by platforms like Uniswap and Aave and Pulsechain, AI blockchain integration is huge. AI-driven smart contracts, AI healthcare, AI finance, NFTs are expanding into gaming, play to earn, and loyalty programs. And Solana scalability is drawing projects away from Ethereum. Regulatory shifts. We know about that. Blah, 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 blah. I thought I was going to kind of compare notes between the film and the thing. Did the earlier version do that? Not really. But it's the same shit skis, different smell. But the reality of the world is as it transforms into this new phase, INDIKIN has got some key features and things. And, it's a functioning product already, onboarding people to Pulsechain, making dreams come true. And we have some, some new utilities and new things that are coming that are going to, I think, make the people of the Pulsechain proud of us. I think it's Uncle Richard Hart is going to want to, drop some bucks on marketing INDIKIN. Like, if he knows what's smart for him, it's going to revolutionize the chain. It's the leader of the chain. That's it. The leader of the chain, INDIKIN. All right, you guys. I think we've fucking tackled a beautiful hour here. I'm going to go full screen. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. All of you guys that did watch. Check out indikin.com. Check out lefthouse.art. Check out me later. I will be doing a live DJ set. DJ Mr. Lefty will be out there. I don't know if you're watching this here live in the theater. So let's go to the theater one. We'll go to the theater one more time. Let's go check the theater, see if anybody came in with me. I don't think so. I didn't really promote this show until like last minute here, but all right. So we're in the theater. Come check out the theater. You can get to it from the INDIKIN website. You get to it from the LeftHouse website. Come watch some of the movies. I would really encourage you to come watch this movie over here. I'm a big fan of this one, Blind Man. Go check out that one. Go check this one. Click it. It'll take you to the Tubi link. Foil's a fun movie too. So anyway, let's get out of here. I got my phone's blowing up. I'm going to take us out. I'm going to show the here it is. Let's do this. Whoops. No, I hit the wrong button. Let's do this. All right, guys. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in to INDIKIN X Wupiupi Wednesday show. The death of the film industry, the death of crypto industry, the birth of dreams, live at the LeftHouse Indie Theater. What a ride. What a ride. What a ride. Peace.
Late at night in my room, charts and numbers through the gloom. Wupiupi trading on my screen, fortunes just behind the scene. Pulsechain calling out my name, every trade just like a game. Stakes are hard, time slips away, can't afford to wait till day. Trading Wupi up and down, retrograde around and round. Numbers dancing on the chart, break your records, falling apart, falling apart. Coffee cold beside my chair, market movements in the air. Buy the dip and watch it rise, morning sun burns my eyes, other loss and gain. Digital fortune calls my name. Trading Wupiupi up and down, red to green, around and round. Numbers dancing on the chart, breaking records, falling apart, falling apart. Quick decision, swift precision, heart racing with each trade. No hesitation, pure elation when the profits are made. Red to green, around and round. Numbers dancing on the chart, breaking records, falling apart, falling apart.